sideways. Wow. How am I? I'm just on with cell phone connection.
You're good.
Uh, are
Are we
Colton
live?
Mertens and we
Okay,
are
let's go.
Colton Mertens and Austin Hatfield in a whole different level now than
Uh,
than than everyone else
as fitness or just for this competition?
for fitness.
No.
Okay, well,
You go to the
explain it to
CrossFit
me
Games.
because
You go. Okay, yeah. You go to the CrossFit Games. They are not running away with the CrossFit Games.
but
But
are
I
they
do
on
think
Adler's level and Hopper and Sprague and the rest of the and Roman are not? Do we have to reorganize tier one?
no, no,
No?
no. I think Colton is joining Tier One. That's what I think. I think, Wadapalooza Tier One looks. James blew everybody away, right? I do. I think it's still revolves around the programming, what competition, what is set where, the circumstances. I think all of that plays a role for all of them, and Colton is joining the party. I think Colton was outside of the party, and everybody knew he should be in the party, but now he's walked in.
But give me this. Let me keep pushing on this a little bit, see if I can convince you. We've seen quite a breadth of workouts just between these two workouts, breadth of demands, right? In time domains and strength.
I think workout one affects workout two greatly.
Okay. Okay. Then tell me this. Super impressed with Colton and Hatfield relative to the rest of the crew.
Yeah, but nothing unexpected. Like, as far as impressed, I expected Austin and Colton to be 1 and 2 after day one.
Did you think that they would beat Sprague and Hopper and Roman by a minute? I think they won by almost a minute.
I didn't think they would beat him by a minute. No, but that could just be more me just not being as accurate as that happened. I thought they had a chance to be ahead of them and be 1 and 2 in the first workout, and that happened. I didn't think it would be like that far out from the rest of the field. I knew they would both kill the snatch ladder. I knew James would struggle. I thought Roman would struggle more than he did, and I thought Jason would struggle less than he did. But I do think, like, Austin and Colton are tied for first at 185, right? Where did I go? There I am. The next person that I think, in the running for top two is 125. There's already a 60-point lead. So if we put that into places,
who's in the lead? Colton's
Colton and Austin are tied. Austin gets the tiebreaker because he won an event.
Let me push even more. Sorry, I hear you, but let me just push a little bit here. It's not like we're going to say that Hopper had a bad workout or that Sprague had a bad workout or that Roman had a bad workout. Hatfield and Colton beat them by a minute.
Yeah, I think
all
they were
three guys.
Yeah, I think they, on the workout 1 or 2.
2.
They were always going to do that.
Okay.
It's a specialty workout. If there was a 5-minute echo bike for time, James, Roman, and Hopper would destroy Colton and Austin. And am I going to say they're way fitter? No, it's built for them. Same thing.
Okay, strong point. And let's go over to the women's side. Haley did better than I thought. Do you have a leaderboard? Can you see?
I do.
What place is she currently in? Because I was not expecting anything from her this weekend.
She's in 6th. She got 8th place and 6th place, and I expect her to be. I mean, it's really good, Isabel. But you got to think, she's heavier than she used to be. That's going to equal her being better at weights. It's just this.
Okay.
And she was always good at barbell cycling. She's just not good at maxing out. This is where we thought she would be. I think she'll be like these type of placements the entire weekend.
Would it be fair to say that the old Haley would have been 6th and 8th, and the new Haley is 8th and 6th?
No, I think the old Haley would be 1st and 10th.
Okay. Well, it's cool to see. I was cool to see her do that. Some of her, reps got really squirrely towards the end. Looked like her knees were going to touch. She's cantilevered over. but the shoulder mobility looked good, so she was able to save some crazy lifts. And then Raptis Raptis had, what did she finish, 10th in workout one?
Yeah, she finished 10th, but she finished 3rd in workout 2. And I don't think she basically beat everybody that didn't have it. Like, she beat Hannah Black in workout 2. You were talking about event 1 making a difference. You know, Hannah Black is the strongest person here without a doubt. Like, it's not close. And she was not as good as I think she should be. I mean, 185, 5'9", 185. She basically what I am. So
basically,
yeah, you know, we're give her
Caleb. John, you're only 185. Come on, boy.
Give or take.
Dude,
a couple.
If you're 185, then I'm 155.
Give or take a couple.
And I just weighed myself
10 pounds,
the other day,
okay?
and I am 225, my friend. 225.
No, but Alexis
still in it.
Yeah, she put herself right back in it. Yeah, I didn't look. Fee took a bigger hit than she needed to. Emily Rolfe took a huge hit. Can we go down to Emily Rolfe?
Here we go, right here.
Like 16th, which I mean, yeah, I mean, honestly, if we go down the list, I think everybody is in it. I almost Abigail Domit's in a place to run away with it if she doesn't have a bad finish, because 6th and 1st, and I just think it's not that she's going to kill everybody, but I don't think she's going to have an event that's going to be an 11th place. I think she'll have
blonde hair.
Oh, well, did you give hear the reason why?
No.
She said, I decided to go blonde so I could go Super Saiyan.
Oh,
and I was like, you're gonna turn on so many guys with that line. I know
Wait,
that you had that prepared.
There's a lot of weebs out there.
Reason?
Yeah, she
I'll
said,
pull up Super Saiyan.
I went blonde so I could go Super Saiyan. It's a Dragon Ball Z, Sevon.
No, sorry.
Yeah, he's not gonna track that. He doesn't no idea.
Nope. Don't even know. Okay. Hey, you think she's got a Twitch account?
She should. She should start one up and just start gaming. Dudes would flock to that channel.
Oh man, dude, she's getting millions of subscribers like that.
She looks like Lilu Dallas Multipass, that chick from Fifth Element. That's what I thought she looked like, but I forgot that she had red hair.
John, Yankovic, whatever.
I want you to reassess Carolyn Stanley, the CrossFit Games athlete who has the same coach as Colton Mertens. I want you to put her through the John Young processor again and give me your updated perspective on this freak of nature.
Okay.
Southern freak of nature.
Caroline Stanley.
As if she's going to be top 2 or not.
Yeah.
I think she's got as good a shot as anybody. I think she's
that's not bad. I'll take it.
So here. Scroll down. Keep going. Stop. All right. So all the way down Manon Anganese, that's who's got a shot for top 2. 2 to 10.
Wow.
They're all that close together.
Wow.
What is the point spread? I can't see on my phone.
So it's 160 to 125, which is 35 points. It's 7 total placements across 3 events. 100% any one of these girls can do that.
Damn.
It is going to be fun. I think the women's race is this is the perfect first day to get you excited about day 2. 3 workouts tomorrow, and it is going to be a battle. We're going to see a lot of movement.
Yeah, and I mean, the very first workout we got tomorrow is a legless rope climb workout, and especially for the women, that is just as what's the word whenever a whole bunch of things can happen?
Shit goes sideways.
Sure, that as Isabel.
Do you think that throws a wrench in anybody in the top 10 with all those legless rope climbs?
Yeah, no,
yes.
I think volatile. I think it's just as volatile as Isabel is. The wrench that Isabel is the same wrench of a legless rope climb workout.
Any of those women could get stuck looking at the rope for 3 minutes.
Who's going to do it? Who's going to get stuck? Who do you think in the top 10 who gets stuck staring at the rope?
I hate to say
it.
Hey,
Raptis is going to have to Raptis is going to have to take some chances. She's going to have to take some risks that could put her in that situation.
Oh, I don't think she has to take risk. I think Raptis knows that she's fitter than everybody here, and all she has to do is just be herself and run her race, and that will be the difference in 15 points. Especially, like, and probably the legless rope climb workout alone. You don't think Alexis Raptis, who is an amazing puller, one of the best pull-up, chest-to-bar, upper body pulling people we have, is not going to beat Carolyn Stanley, the thick-legged thing from Kentucky, that on a legless rope climb workout.
Thick-legged thing from Kentucky.
I do. You know, I think Fee will take that too. I mean, Ailey Adams is going to be good. I don't know if she's as good at legless rope climbs as she used to be, but Claudia Gluck's going to be really good at that workout. Like, I think there's going to be a huge shift with that legless rope climb workout. And then we have the gymnastics one, right?
I think, John, I want to push back. I think the bottom 5 girls are going to have to take a risk on the legless rope climb.
The bottom 5 of the 10 that we've said?
Yeah, the top 10. I think 6 through 10 are going to have to be like, okay, like if Manon Anganese wants to climb back, I think she's going to have to take a risk. Like, ooh, I might have to jump up on this rope 10 seconds before I want to.
I think Manon will. I think you're going to have to take a risk if you're not already amazing at it. Like, if you're amazing at it, you know you're amazing at it, what's the risk to take? You just
to move up in points.
Yeah, but just being you're running your race will already do that. You're good at the workout. Like, if you're only taking risk if you don't know if you're going to get up the rope. Alexis knows she's going to get up the rope. There is no risk.
How's Doman at ropes?
Fine, good enough. Abigail Doman, honestly, I think might just run away with it. But it's not even because of her. It's because everybody else is having a bad moment, and she's not. This is how she won West Coast Classic. Everybody else had a really bad workout, and she was just steady Eddie the whole entire time.
Oh, steady Eddie. Angela's probably going to steal that. Nick Matthew, what place is he in? I kept seeing him. Did he finish better than we thought?
Hold on real quick. Mayhem just released the final workout.
Ooh.
Here we
He's
go.
in 6th place.
Oh, you got to give him some props for that.
That's what a 2nd place will do for you.
Yet, no.
If you have 2 events, and one of those events you get 95 points.
What is the workout?
This is the release.
Event 5, probably the one that's going to hurt the most. It's going to be the most fun to watch. It's going to be quick. 30 cals for the men, 24 for the ladies.
That's what we thought it was.
30 bar muscle ups, same. Everybody gets to do the same. 30 bar muscle ups and 30 cals and 24 cals on the Echo bike again. So sprint, we're going to see how fast people can go on that.
What do you think, John?
I think we thought it was this 2 weeks ago.
Well, you did for sure, John. You were gung ho. John, did you get a leak or you just?
No, I mean, if you look at the montage of the workouts, not montage. Shoot, we did this last time.
Sure,
collage,
that's fine. I'll go.
The collage of workouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the only workout that was up there twice, so that already makes you think, huh. And then you just go through the programming. We had 3 workouts already. You knew handstand walking and GHGs was going to be one of the workouts. And then you can just kind of X out anything that doesn't fit. This is one of the workouts that did fit. And it seems like a finale type workout where anything can happen. Very few workouts seemed like this. It was either this or 10-to-1 bench press and deadlift at 405 and 225. I don't think it's that one. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
And I remember you saying what you would like to see is Colton get off the bike, get 10 calories, get a third of it done, and then see James jump on.
Yeah.
Can James catch 10 calories?
10, I think he could catch 10 seconds. 10 calories is probably too
10
much.
seconds. Okay.
So it was written up here in the top right. Isn't that what Taylor was talking about the other day too?
Mm-hmm. And it's written in the bottom left as well.
Hey, how's Austin Hatfield on the bike?
Good enough. He's not Hopper. He's not James. He's not any of those big guys. He's not those guys. But
is he better than Colton?
Yeah, I think he's better than Colton. But I think he's It's not. I mean, I think Colton's improved his biking ability a lot. Like the paces Colton can hold are like he's gonna be fine, but they're just not gonna be up with the big guys in this. This is a big guy workout. I think James is gonna win this workout. I think Hopper and Roman are gonna be after that, and then I think Austin and Colton will be after that. Maybe some specialist gets in there that can crank on the bike, like a Luke Parker possibly, but this one is this is a big guy workout. And then for the girls, it's completely different. For the girls, I think it's a bar muscle up workout, which is why I put Fee at second. It was the only reason is because I thought she's going to have 2 home runs on the last day with 3 workouts.
How many points does Colton need to be ahead going into that? How many places is he going to lose in that last workout?
That's impossible to say. I mean,
I do think he'll be top 10.
I do think he'll be top 10. I think he could have enough of a lead where it wouldn't matter. I honestly, the way the men's leaderboard is so different than the women's leaderboard because it's 12 places in between. So like if he just is top 5, there's almost nothing Hopper, James, or Roman could do to beat him. If he's just,
you mean top 5 in workouts 3 and 4,
and yeah, and the fifth one, like he would have to get like 13th place, and I just don't see that happening. I think him and Austin both, they have, whether they do it or not, it's a different story, but they have the ability to make that last workout where they just have to do like just have a good enough game plan. Like just run their race and not worry about anything else. They're fit enough. They're going to be high enough where they don't have to worry about the big guys, and they can't catch them. There's nothing they could do. If you're like 4 places in between, then all of a sudden it's really, really scary.
So the last 2 workouts are pretty intense for Colton. You got the rope climbs, which is something that's not ideal for him, and then the bike.
This workout 3 is the rope climbs, but it's a bunch of thrusters too, and I think he's going to be better than. I think he's going to be fine in that workout. I don't think that workout's going to hurt him. That's my point. Is there's not enough workouts to like for them to gain so many spots. Say Colton is 6th place and Hopper is 2nd, right? That's 4 spots. Now he's still 8 spots out. And then on the handstand walk in the GHD one, I don't think Hopper's going to get 2nd on that. But let's say he still beats Colton. Say he's 5th and Colton's 6th or 7th even. Now there's 6 spots. So now Hopper would have to win and Colton would have to get 7th place for Hopper to jump him in that top 2. And all of that has to happen with Jason doing it and not James or Roman. You still have to beat James and Roman on those things too. If they take points away from each other at any point, all that does is help Colton. Like Jason would have to be the best one every single time and make those jumps on Colton to usurp him, or James or Roman, but whoever you want to put in there to get that 2nd spot. All of that would have to happen for them to make it. It's not impossible. It absolutely can happen. Colton could have a really bad workout and be 8th place when he should have been 4th. And if that happens, then we have a race. Because that's what happened in Isabel. Hopper shouldn't have been. I don't think Isabel was such a weird thing because we had so many specialists in this, and I don't think we haven't really talked about this at all. Can you, event 2, can you do the leaderboard?
Yeah.
Like Nick Matthew, Jack Rosema, Guy, keep going. Keep going down. Jorge, Jack, Luke Parker, Roy Stun, stop. That's 7 names that are all going to be really good at this one workout that Colton beat everybody that is in the running for the top 2, not counting Hatfield. But he beat Jason. He beat James. He beat Roman. And all 7 of those names were in between. And that's a unique workout. I don't think you get that in any of the other workouts.
Damn. Hey, what's up, Bryson? How are things?
They're great. We just got back. The Chicos.
All 3 of you are back there.
I have no voice.
Sebon's at Yellowstone.
Biggest shock of the day, gentlemen. What was the biggest shock there? JR, what's the biggest shock you've seen? Biggest surprise where you're like, ooh, I didn't see that coming.
I mean, to me, and Taylor's the only one that told me about it, just how impressive Abby was on both. I was really impressed.
Suck that dick, John.
And we should give Taylor credit. He was absolutely right about Abby Domi. Everybody needs to tell Taylor how correct he was. Nobody else was correct. He did a great job.
And so Taylor, you weren't surprised by Abigail Domi. What was the biggest surprise for you there today?
Ooh, Nick Matthew.
Impressed? You're impressed?
By his snatch workout for sure. Also, apparently, if your butt touched the top of the box on the get-overs, it was a no rep, and then you couldn't slide through, like your hip couldn't graze. And I thought that was a huge miss on the movement standards. That should not be a standard.
Why?
How should it have been?
There should be no standard.
If you can touch your fucking knee to the box, and your hip can't, it just is. It's penalizing athleticism.
Yeah.
Nick Matthew was the only person sliding his leg through, which is the most athletic way to do it.
Like Vellner does. He rolled.
So, and you got no rep. You got a bunch of no reps for it.
Colton
And they
got
weren't
no rep
briefed on it.
for touching his butt to it as well because he had a really good technique that worked for him, and he got no rep on it right away. And they
Do you know if Alexis was getting no rep for the same thing?
It was in the rule book. It was in the
Ask Angela. He's right here.
Is that a CrossFit Games rule also?
No, because Vellner does it that way at the games. Like he slides through, he shoots his leg through, and your hip touches that way, but it's really athletic and it's really fast, and that's why he always destroys people in workouts like that.
I thought it was the opposite, right?
That's a shame. That's a shame. So I guess the biggest surprise, Nick Matthew did great, and then I guess you're going two surprises that they had such a dumb rule at the event.
Well, my surprise is Hatfield in event 1, and I was talking to him before that, and I was like, hey, is this like the most damage control workout for you out of all of them? And he was like, I don't think so. And then I was like, oh, okay. And then afterwards, after he won, I saw him again, and I was like, I guess it wasn't damage control, huh?
I'm not gonna.
What's wrong with Bryce and Del Monte, John Young? Has he not been listening to you? You've been singing Hatfield's praises for 2 years now.
They think they're right. Nobody else. Every once and again they are. But.
We saw Austin's whole family too, a bunch of people, and they all called us over, and they were like, Taylor can come meet with us, but Bryson called Austin a cheater, so he can't.
Hey, just out of curiosity, Bryson, what did you think his shortcoming was? What did you think was going to be so hard for Hatfield that he was going to have to damage control?
I just thought the run was just going to be tougher for him than it was.
He was the best runner there.
Yeah,
dude, he's a good runner.
Yeah.
He was the best runner there, and I think because of how dependent running was on the squatting in rounds 2 and 3, he was the least affected on the run. I would say second least affected on the run was Colton. But I don't think Colton was the second best runner there per se. I think probably Jason and Roman are better runners than Colton, but Colton was far less affected by the squats.
Hey, let me ask you this. We at the beginning of the call, before you guys came on, John and I were talking, and I was like, hey man, are Hatfield and Colton in a different league? Like, are they tier 1? Should we toss them and Adler just up in their own fucking kind of like tier 1 league? And these other guys now are tier 2. And John's like, no, it's a specialty workout. Remember, if instead of snatches, instead of Isabel, if that was 5 minutes on the Echo bike, Colton would have got demolished, and we'd be saying that those guys are in their own league. Is that a fair comparison?
Is your comparison fair? Saying they should be in their own league?
John. Like, I feel like John schooled me pretty good on that. I get that comparison, but some part of me just thinks that Colton and Hatfield, between those two workouts, it's like, ooh man, they're kind of on a different level.
I think they are.
I think they're on a different level, but John's point, I think the only thing that's really, all these guys have like the skills and stuff. So, you know, we have the leg list and stuff tomorrow. And now we know that the bar muscle ups are tomorrow. The only thing that's missing between these first two events is like something that's really just like power output, which is what would happen on the bike, which is what Jason and Roman would pull away from those guys on. So I get John's point. Not just Jim. power output.
Yeah, I think Colton's engine is.
Yeah.
Colton has a bigger engine than
Colton's
Roman
engine.
and Jason.
100%. I agree with Taylor.
JR, they announced the last workout. John Young got it right. 30, 30, 30. 30 cals on the bike, 30 bar muscle ups, 30 cals on the bike. What place do you think Colton gets in that, JR? Thoughts on that?
Ooh, that's tough. I mean, I'll kind of cop out and see. Let me see how the first two go tomorrow. But it's interesting. John makes a really good point about a lot of barbell specialists and people that can really put out, and how Roman, James, and Jason got caught in that no man's land where all those specialists finished just above them versus like a few of them above and a few of them below. To me, in this field, there are a lot of really good GHDers and handstand walkers. And I'm curious tomorrow what is going to happen if we see the same thing, but for different athletes, where some of those earlier heat guys are just really good at that stuff. And some of the guys that are shorter, that's going to take longer to lunge, that are going to not be as fast on their hands, maybe aren't as good at big chunk GHDs. Is it going to be flipped? I'm really interested to see that tomorrow, especially on that workout. Obviously, legless will create a lot of weird separation, especially if it's grip limiting, which is what a lot of people are saying, that it's all grip. So, I mean, I think tomorrow is going to be just as exciting as far as like leaderboard flips. I think there's going to be a lot of them after every workout.
I'm also not sure that I'm ready to say that the guys who beat Jason and James and Roman and Isabel are specialists. Like Jason, James, and Roman are just A, not great at barbell cycling in general, and B, not great at a lot of heavy snatches in a row. Like Jason is a slow snatcher, James is historically not that strong, and Roman is historically not a great snatcher. So it's not like, oh, these specialists just destroyed them. I just think Jorge Hernandez is strong, and he's a better snatcher. Who else was it? Rosema, better snatcher. Nick Matthews.
There's great snatchers.
But those are all, I mean, aside from Jorge, Rosema and Nick Matthew are games athletes. He's a games athlete.
Hey, John, what about this, you guys? If there was a workout in there that was 5 minutes on the assault bike, max calories wins, would you say that was bad programming? And if so, then is Isabel bad programming for a 5 workout event?
Isabel tests more than a 5-minute echo bike test.
A 5-minute echo bike test would be like programming a 3-rep max touch and go snatch.
Yeah.
Not
John, thoughts? Do you agree?
No, I agree with them. A 5-minute echo bike is akin to a max out in a 5 event competition. That would not be good programming. This is
no
barbell
problem with
typing. There is engine to it. It's barbell endurance. It's strength. It is a lot more.
Athleticism, power, flexibility, speed. I mean, there's a lot.
Even a little bit of gamesmanship. You know what I mean? Or knowing and racing in your own race. Like there's a lot more that goes into it.
What's the vibe on Raptus there on the floor, guys? What did you see? First of all, is Adam Rogers there? Is their coach there?
He's there. I got an interview with him.
Yeah, Adam's here. It was really impressive. Sorry for interrupting you.
Please go ahead.
I was really impressed with how she did pick up her pace and could at the end. Like her cadence on the 5.5 after the first 20 was substantially faster. And it's easy to have that game plan going in, but I don't think anyone expected event 1 to feel as bad as it did. And the turnaround afterwards just didn't let a lot of people push the pace. They just got to the point where they got 20 in and they were like, I just need to finish these last.
Where did she finish on that workout?
She was what, 5th or 6th on that, John?
Which is very good for her that Emily Rolfe and Fisa Gaffi did so poorly on the
Alexis.
A 3rd, dude. She beat everybody except Christine and Abigail. No, it was huge.
She was 10th on the first one?
Yes, and she's 5th now. And on the women's side, 2nd through 10 is separated by 35 points, which is
JR,
7
you're right.
places.
She got 10th in the first workout, and it sounds like she got 3rd in the second.
She needs some wins.
Yeah, and with the legless event coming, like a lot of people that are in that log jam are not going to be anymore. That's just the way it goes, especially in the women's field with a workout
And the
with 10
GHD lunge.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on with Carolyn Stanley when her and Colton have the same coach? Who's he spending time with? Is he spending more time with Carolyn or with Colton? Can you tell?
Equal.
Equal. Okay. Did you guys get a
Equal.
chance to talk to him?
Yep.
What's his feelings? Is he pretty hyped on Stanley? She looked pretty damn good.
Yeah, I was watching actually the first workout with him when she was going, and he was like, "Oh, I think she's going out quite a bit hot on the first round," but she held her run paces really well, and it just looked like the burpee get over slowed down. I mean, Caroline's always had a very unique ability to hurt. She's just kind of a super tough athlete. She's not a bad snatcher, so she did relatively well in that workout, and I think tomorrow will probably be a really good day for her.
Heard, thanks for the donation. Greatly appreciated. Did you think she actually has a chance to make it? Top two, Stanley?
Taylor or me?
It's going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard to beat Abby Domit. I think after watching that, especially knowing that 30 bar muscle ups are coming out, also knowing that there's a bunch of legless and thrusters, I think Abigail will do well on both those workouts. I would expect her to do well on the GHD workout, and I would also expect Alexis to do really well on all three of those workouts too. So it's just going to be tough.
John?
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's possible. I think it's going to be tough for all of them. But Alexis Raptis, Abby Domit not having having a little bit of a lead on everybody, and I don't think she's going to do worse than a 6th place finish or a 7th place finish all weekend. So that one's hard. And then you have Alexis Raptis, who is probably the fittest woman there. So obviously it's going to be hard, but I think 2 through 10, we didn't think Alexis Raptis was going to get 10th place in that first workout. I think 2 through 10, everybody has a shot 2nd through 10th place. Points wise, everybody has a shot.
Where is Alexis trained?
Is she not training Think Tank anymore?
No, she
is
just
training
went back
Think
home to
Tank,
Michigan.
Yeah, she's at home though, right?
So she doesn't train in the heat and humidity. That to me is a miss. If you are a top level athlete, you can't come into an event that's going to be in Tennessee and not have prepared to be in the heat and the humidity and let that affect the workout. Like event 1 on a 5-event competition. In a 5-event
Is that hot
competition,
there, Taylor? It's that hot there?
it was
humid.
it was like you step out into the gym and it sucks the water out of you.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Wow. It's April.
Yeah, that's how it gets from the thing, bro. Disgusting.
Holy cow! Yeah, I noticed that when they first went live, the something looked wrong with the cameras. Whatever they did, they fixed it, but they look all fogged up in the beginning of the show.
That's why. It's wildly humid,
So when you're just there as an audience member, you're just covered in sweat.
dripping.
Yeah.
My feet smelled like my balls because my balls were sweating so much down my leg.
Bryson, is that true?
Mm-hmm.
John, are you who do you got to win this? Are you going with Raptis? You think she makes a comeback? I know you got Abigail, but you got Raptis as your number 2.
I think Raptors is it for the 2nd spot or tomorrow.
Yeah, just like who's qualifying for the games.
Who wins?
I think Abby Doman and Alexis Raptis right now would be my picks. I'm rooting for Fee. I think Fee has a shot, a really good shot, but it's going to be really. I was banking on Alexis being in Abby's position and Abby being in Alexis' position, and when it's reversed like this, I just think Alexis is just too fit, man. It's hard not to see her coming out with it.
Does anyone have different picks than Abigail and Raptis? Okay,
I don't.
and then we cruise on. Did you guys talk to Nick Matthew?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
And how's his headspace? Is he pretty fired up? Is he there to qualify?
Yeah, he's always pretty upbeat and positive, honestly. Bless you.
I told Taylor that he had a weak dick print, and then when he came over to us, Taylor was like, "Bryson thinks you have a weak print."
A weak what?
A weak print, like his dick was printing through his shorts. Pretty weak.
What's a weak print?
You don't have
Like-
that, Seven. You don't have to worry about it.
It looks small in your shorts.
Yeah, it looks like
Oh.
If you watch the Crash Crucible behind the scenes, you'd know what a print was. Hottest man in CrossFit. It's got a nice print.
And how did Nick respond when you told him Bryson said his penis looked small in his shorts from the outside of his shorts?
He blushed a little bit and giggled and was like, "Hey."
If you watch me this morning on the GHDs wearing those Born Primitive pants, it's like a stack of Rolaids.
Holy shit.
Hey, JR on Kill Taylor today. Why were you so like? I mean, you're pretty quiet, but you were on borderline melancholy. Was it because you didn't transition because you got caught? You forgot to go to the GHD?
Excuse me. No, it wasn't that specifically. It was just because we lost.
Okay. He lost
JR,
against the best guy in the world in his home gym. Got it.
And to be completely honest, I was just kind of soaking it all in the whole time I was there. Like, it was definitely a pinch me moment for sure. It was really special. It was cool. So I was just kind of trying to enjoy it.
I can't turn my phone
had
sideways. I
three
can't
people-
see the comments then. Sorry, go ahead, John.
I had 3 people text me that how mad you were this morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? And
had-
like not like people in our group, like just random people and JY barbell athletes who just don't miss any episode. And they were like, "Hey, did you text JR? Is he okay?" And I'm like, "I'm sure he's fine."
Oh, we
Yes.
misread him. He was in love. He wasn't angry. We just don't know.
was
We don't
smitten.
speak
I
JR's
was
love language.
kind of happy about the L for sure. And I kind of wanted someone to call in. I was shocked no one called in.
Wow.
I sent out a link, but
Listeners.
but they never checked in.
Huh?
Hey, can we talk about, John, I'd like to know your thoughts on this.
Okay.
Oh,
We know that the finale is
is this your phone?
30 cal, 24 for women, 30 bar muscle up, 30 cal, 24 for women. Do you guys think that workout is a lot more dependent on the bar muscle up for the women versus the men? Because I do.
Yeah, no, we talked about this before you guys got on. No, we didn't talk about it in depth. For the men, I think it's a big boy workout. I think it's a machine workout for the men, and then for the women, I think it's the complete opposite. For the women, I think it's a bar muscle up workout, bar none. I think if somebody gets on, no pun intended. I think if somebody gets on, is that a gnome? Yeah, it is. Say for instance, like Fee gets on the bike 10 seconds before Abby Domit, I don't see Abby catching her. And I do see James catching Colton. You know what I mean? In the same scenario.
Yeah, it's tomorrow
Just because you can pin that bike and get the cows, they exponentially go up. Women's don't, because you're not 110 plus. You know, you're 90s, right?
Yeah, I mean, they do 14 or 10 legless tomorrow if they finish that workout. Then they do 300 foot of handstand walk, 300 foot of overhead dumbbell lunge. Then they do the 30 bar muscle ups. Like in training, a lot of I know some of the guys did it unbroken. I'm sure there's a couple of the girls that could do it unbroken. Who's going to be able to do that tomorrow afternoon? I think that a lot of them are going to have to concede. Like, I need a break strategy now, and I can't just get up there and just hope the adrenaline pushes me to 30 unbroken. I think it's going to be a lot more exciting on that movement specifically. I mean, ending on the bike's about as good as it gets as far as like excitement goes. But on the bar muscle ups, I think there's going to be a lot more strategy after what they do tomorrow before it.
I agree completely. I think it's a little girl workout for the little gymnasty girl workout for the women.
Bryson Demonte looks like he's not allowed within 500 feet of a school. Fergie. All right. Might be true.
That's a worn out joke, you fucking loser. And it's not even.
No, it's never worn out. You can still use it at any time. Just like you can point at somebody and say, that guy's here to meet a 14-year-old boy, and just start pointing at him in a store and yelling the same thing over and over. You can use that.
I just got a notification. I have the Ring app. Do you have that, Savon? Like the doorbell camera?
No.
So I have this app, and you get like community notifications. I just got a notification in my neighborhood that says, horse spotted on Starnes Randall Road, walked through my yard.
Oh, shit. Wow, you really do live in the South.
It's crazy that it can identify a horse, I think.
No, that's like a
Uh,
person commenting.
Oh, okay. My bad. My fault.
I thought Taylor was Coach L. I thought Taylor was going to nut tap me instead. He tickled my balls.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Instead
How
of
was that? Hey, dude. The photo we saw looks like you bounced on his dick for 50 reps.
the first thing I said to him was, "Damn, you're fucking tall. You look like you'd beat my ass."
That is true.
That's a good.
That's a good start.
That's a good
That's-
opening. Hey, he looks huge next to you. How was
Dude,
that encounter?
You can eat your lunch.
Did you take your lunch money?
No, it was good. I got it all on video.
He did say Jason wasn't a slow snatcher anymore,
Lie.
so he
And
lied.
then
to
we
us.
watched him snatch, and he was slow as fuck.
Yeah.
That's cool. Wow, what a great coach.
Is Torres there?
Yes.
Is Max El Haj there?
No, he hides under a rock. He's like Patrick the Starfish. Looks like him too.
Who is anyone there from? But Adam Rogers is there.
Adam Rogers.
That's it.
How about Ben Bergeron?
Fuck no. Who would he be coaching?
I don't know. I just thought I'd just throw it out there to be funny.
He's just there for a motivational speech.
Hearing a public.
He's there to throw sand on people and they run by.
Is
Oh yeah,
is
check us out at the Dollar General.
Yeah. He was
is Fraser there?
No, he's at his affiliate.
Oh,
He's still making like post.
Still recapping.
Rich and Matt were still
25-3.
shaking hands behind me and Coach L when we took that picture.
oh yeah, that's incredible that you two shook hands right in the same spot that Matt and Rich shook hands.
Same shelf and everything.
What about the guy that the rumors that he wants to buy CrossFit? Have you guys met him?
I met Malik. Yeah,
How was it?
he was super quiet. He was with Facundo, and I think Facundo was just showing him around. But he was just incredibly. I mean, he was nice. He shook my hand. He was like, "Hey, it's nice to meet you."
Was it like a firm handshake or was it like a limp dick bullshit handshake?
It was the I think the perfect handshake where it's not like limp and you're not trying to be firm. It's just
it's
a
not like
normal.
trying to overpower you.
It's
Okay.
a perfectly normal handshake, and I think the people with the most confidence shake a hand like that.
Yeah, I agree. Because there are a few people, mostly agents, that I've shaken hands with, and they just give you a
Asians?
handshake. Agents.
It was the handshake of a
Agents.
guy.
Okay. I was like, what?
I had to say,
Asians
I heard
also
Asians
give limp
too.
dick handshakes.
hey guys.
Oh God!
Did you ask him if he's buying CrossFit?
No, John. No, dude.
Why? Why would you not ask him that?
Taylor, did you guys get kicked out of the warm up area? Were you guys not able to film behind the scenes? of the
Yeah.
warm-up area?
I'm not allowed to fucking walk into the warm up area. I have to stay around the edges. So whenever I want to interview an athlete, I have to go, hey, over here.
I made you come with
Why
one
is
finger.
that?
Ha, 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 ha.
Why is that? Is it crowded in there?
Yeah, Vandersloot said if he let me, he said if he gave me the access, then he'd have to give everyone else that access. And so he
Oh
said
my
no.
God. Hey, Vandersloot, that's the most woke fucking cowardice excuse ever. That's the exact same excuse the woke fucking cunts give at HQ. Oh, because you don't have balls to make that call yourself, Vandersloot? Why don't you just say, yeah, Taylor rode fucking Rich's nuts in the fucking garage this morning. He can go in there. What a pussy, Vandersloot. I thought more highly of you. I didn't know. I guess everybody's fucking woke, dude. Wow.
It's too small
Or
for
just
you.
tell Taylor, or
God,
just tell
dude.
Taylor to fuck off. He can't go in. That is crazy.
He
This
did
guy
tell me to
isn't
fuck
woke,
off.
though.
He did tell me to fuck off. I was like, so is that a no? And he's like, yeah, that's a no.
Yeah, that's just weak. Listen, just say no. Don't make up some bullshit excuse. If I tell one person, I gotta let everyone. Fuck you. Grow a set of balls. Brandon Shipper, you boys are putting some respect on Nick Matthews' name now. Let's go. Hey man, there's a handful of guys that are really unknown, and Nick Matthews one of them. Sometimes when he shows up, and I guess that's where the accusations from PEDs come. Sometimes when he shows up, he's on fire, and other times he's not. Yeah, but you're right. We are putting some respect on his name. Taylor said it was the most impressive thing he saw, or most standout thing he saw, the first day at the Mayhem Classic.
Oh,
Hey,
I got something.
another thing is the feed was absolutely amazing, but those people who are saying that it's better than the games, you're out of your fucking mind. It's the same fucking guy who's doing the games. This is an easier stream to do because it's fucking relaxed. It's fucking Froning and Angelo and Sean just chopping it up, and it's a small field. So quit saying dumb shit like it's better than the games. The games is fucking great. It's the same wonderful human being doing it. Charlie Doobie, the fucking G. Don't say dumb shit.
I got
It's
something
kind of
crazy.
easier when you have heats of like 5 people at a time too.
Yeah, go ahead, Taylor.
So I was just like learning in the warm up area that along the edges, Scott, along the edges on the other side of the border, that if your butt hit the top of the box, you'd get a no rep on the get overs. And I was standing right next to Emily Rolfe and her husband. And I was like, damn, I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, so no butt stuff. And they both started laughing. And then Emily goes, she looks at me like she wants to say something to me. And I was like, you look like you want to ask me a question. And she goes, no, I want to say something, but I'm not sure if it's gonna come off the right way. And I turned my camera on immediately. I was like, what do you want to say? And she goes, you're pretty legit. And I thought she was talking about my fitness. I was like, damn, thanks. And I looked over at Matt and she's like, yeah, I heard you were a huge dick, but you're actually pretty cool or something like that. And I was like, oh man, I thought you were talking about my fitness.
Hey, listen, you are a huge dick. You're just a cool dick. Some big dicks are cool. Some aren't cool.
That was cool.
I think you're far more dickish online than you are in person.
No, I'm just.
Oh, he's pretty dickish in person too. Like when he's competing.
No, but he's in his own world when he's competing. I just mean
Yeah.
like interacting. At least I get that vibe. Maybe you're not.
If you think that saying, hey, suck a dick, or like or telling someone to butt fuck themselves or something is being a dick, then Taylor is less of a dick in person.
No, I tell people to suck a dick in person.
But I'm saying, like, even with like the L instance, you were telling
I'll tell you right now.
he's like telling him bouncing your dick and stuff like that. And today you're laughing about it with him and being like, oh, wasn't it so crazy that how immature to argue and stuff like that? Like,
yeah, because what I think this is the misconception is that when I say those things online, I'm angry. People think that I'm angry when
that's
I
what
say
I'm saying.
that. Right,
Like,
I'm
if
not.
they think you're being a dick when you're doing that, then yes, you are different in person, but you're not being a dick.
Right. I'm just like, I'm literally making fun of you or trolling. And he did say this. He was like, I think I caught some strays and you were just being a huge troll. Like, you pretty much summed it up.
Everyone catches strays. Hey, and here's the thing. You're so thoughtful. You're a very thoughtful person, so it compensates for it.
She was cool. That was the highlight of the day. Thank you, Emily Rolfe.
How was her rack in person?
Oh, dude. Don't fucking try to get me in trouble like that, motherfucker.
All right. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. Okay, so tomorrow morning, this thing kicks off. What are the athletes going to be feeling?
Fucked up.
Are they going to be busted up? Their asses and legs just busted up?
Yeah, I think their legs are going to be in a
not
world.
want to be doing thrusters, is what JR said.
What'd you say?
JR.
They're going to be feeling like they don't want to do thrusters.
From those 120 squats.
Yeah, and I mean the snatch is still a lot of legs. Regardless,
Do you think it'll affect their power output for event 5? Like max power output? I'm curious if they just you're 5 RPMs less than you would be on a normal kick.
I think it might make them do the first bike, pull back a little bit on, but not on the last bike.
Hey, what was Sterner like? George Sterner, does he got autism? Is he cool?
He's cool, man. I watched him snatch in the back, maybe his whole snatch warm up. Gosh, he's fast. He moves so well.
Every single rep looked exactly the same. Rep 1 to rep 30 was all a squat snatch, but it didn't look like anything wavered the entire time.
Yeah.
Like Haley did that, but her snatches were like really retarded looking. His looked great the whole entire time.
And I thought him doing what he did from heat 1 on event 1 was really impressive too.
Yeah.
Is it upward and onward for him the rest of the competition? Are these next workouts all good for him?
I have no clue.
The bike one will be his worst one.
I was gonna say the bike one will probably be his worst, but I could see the next two still being like
Great.
really decent for him.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, this position that Haley was in was crazy.
That's a successful snatch right there.
You fucking guys.
That's insane.
Is that Mike Wazowski?
No, that's Haley Adams.
Mike was asking.
No, these are my Crocs. That's what you just sounded like.
Did you
These are my
guys see?
sandals.
Have you guys seen the AI video of Taylor and Elle?
Yeah.
Pull it up.
I have not.
Yeah.
All right. Give me
You
a
haven't
sec,
seen
give me a
that?
sec, give
Do
me
you
a
have
No.
it, Caleb? Oh, it's so
Oh.
good.
Yeah, hold on.
God, AI is just getting crazy.
Hey, when I
I had to
shook
second guess
hand-
myself.
I shook L's hand and he like, sometimes when you go to shake someone's hand, they grab a little bit too early. He like grabbed all my fingers.
Mhm.
I was just thinking about
That's
that earlier.
fucked up. That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, you got to regrip. Okay, here we go. Action.
Oh, Elle looks.
Is it
They
going?
both look way different though.
Hey, don't ruin it.
No, that's totally them. They hug. They hug.
So, when you orgasm and you have that little glow about you. When you nut in them britches, and you get a little sweat going.
All right.
Oh, God.
Pre-show. Do you guys have any plans in the morning? Will you guys all be here for the pre-show?
Yeah. Yeah, dog.
All right, cool. Enjoy your night. Thanks everyone for being here. John, do you have any closing thoughts you'd like to give?
No, I'm excited that it's a race on both sides. There's a very catch-up race, and then a very neither of the top two spots are like, yeah, it's these two. But the people who are in the running to get them have a lot of work to do. So it's going to make for a fun second day.
Bryson, Taylor, JR, any closing thoughts?
I was just gonna piggyback off of what John was saying. I'm really glad that it's this exciting so far, and we just have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow.
The only thing I would say is, like what usually happens for regionals and semifinals, especially when it's 3 days, it's a little bit different. So one less event than we're used to. It's day one. The classic CrossFit is coming. There were 2 workouts that were not what you would think of as in the gym, old school couplets and triplets, and now that's all that's left. So let's see how the leaderboard ends up shaking out.
Caleb?
Beside myself. When I see videos of Tyler and Sousa working out in Rich's barn and you guys doing Kill Taylor, and it's fucking awesome. I'm very jealous for one, but it is so sick that you guys are all doing that shit. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy for you guys too. I'm jealous but happy.
But fuck you.
The
But fuck you. First.
The planets have aligned. We'll see all you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Thanks, everyone. We'll have a big pre-show. We'll give our picks. Thanks, everyone. See you guys later. Bye-bye.